What's up, Rock and Rollers? My name is Rock and Ryan, and today I want to talk about two things actually that have been announced very recently. Two things that we've been waiting very patiently for the past year/months for any updates on, and that is the upcoming new and final season of Cobra Kai on Netflix, and also the announcement of Season 2 of the Amazon Prime series Invincible. So yes, we finally got confirmations on both of these shows, and I'll basically be summarizing in this video my general thoughts and comments on both of them, and which is great because not only were they both announced on the very same day, almost around the same time as each other, but they were also announced on my birthday, which, yeah, I know, it was only a week ago now, so it's not a big deal. But I just thought it was funny that both were announced on the day of my birthday, which is, yeah, I just took it as like a, what better present to get than confirmations of upcoming new seasons for both these shows, which have really strong fan bases and fandoms behind them. Alright, so anyways, yes, we will be covering both Cobra Kai and Invincible in this video, and just in general, what their upcoming new seasons mean for the show. So without further ado, let's break it down. On my birthday. Before we begin though, even though I just want to make note here that even though I'll be just talking about both of these shows and as general of a basis as possible, this video will contain at least some minor spoilers of both of these shows from the previous seasons. So in the case that you do not want anything spoiled for you, or if you haven't seen these shows yet and you do not want anything spoiled for you, I'm gonna go ahead and issue a spoiler warning for you right here. So if you want to watch these two shows first, and yeah, go ahead and click away from this video now, go ahead and watch them first and feel free to come back later. So for those still here, well, let's press on. Alright, so we're gonna start with Cobra Kai. So after months of waiting and wondering after the release of Season 5, arguably the biggest season of the show up until this point, we finally got an answer from the show creators themselves, Josh Held, John Hurwitz, and Hayden Schlossberg, via a letter to the fans on social media stating the following, and I quote, "Our day one goal with Cobra Kai has always been to end it in our own terms, leaving the valley in the time and place we've always imagined it. So it is with immense pride and thankfulness that we are able to announce that achievement. The upcoming Season 6 will mark the conclusion of Cobra Kai. While this may be a bittersweet day for the fandom, the Miyagi-verse has never been stronger. This fandom is the best on the planet, and we hope to keep telling more Karate Kid stories with you down the line. Because as we all know it, Cobra Kai never dies. In the meantime, strap in for the biggest season of Cobra Kai yet, and let today be a celebration of all that's to come, as well as all that's still left to be told. We couldn't have done it without you. We made it. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy." Going back to one of the earlier paragraphs that say, which they add on saying, "Reacquainting the world with the Karate Kid universe has been our humble honor. Making Cobra Kai has allowed us to join the same hollow dojo once inhabited by the great Robert Mark Kamen, John Avildsen, Jerry Weintraub, and all the amazing original cast members. It has also enabled us to play Sensei, expanding the original storylines and birthing a new generation of underdogs. We never once taken this opportunity for granted." And yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, Josh Held, John Hurwitz, and Hayden Schlossberg, they honestly deserve more credit than they do, because I mean, taking over a franchise like this, it's not easy. Continuing on a franchise after decades of being untouched is a hard task, and a hard task that's easier said than done. Like, thanks to these guys being the senseis running the show, they've achieved something that very little franchises managed to do. And I'm looking at you, Disney Star Wars. They've managed to stay truthful and respect the source material like their baby, whilst creating new characters and storylines for this expanded, wider story of the Karate Kid and making it something that clearly reaches out to both the old and new fans. They've never once taken this for granted, and it clearly shows. So I have really good faith that Josh Held, John Hurwitz, and Hayden Schlossberg can pull it off once again for the final season. And it will be, as they put it, the biggest and the baddest season of Cobra Kai yet. And just going back to the first paragraph in that letter, it's just basically essentially a recap of how the whole franchise started in the first place, with Daniel LaRusso moving into the valley in Reseda, or within the LA, California state of the US to be more general. And there's even a quote above it all at the beginning of the letter that says, "Paradise at last, we made it." And for those who don't know, that is a reference to one of the very first lines in the series said by Daniel LaRusso's mom,
LaRusso when they first arrived by car in their new home in Reseda after moving from Newark, New Jersey. And finally, we do have a trailer for the announcement, but it is mainly just a montage of the previous seasons of Cobra Kai, as well as scenes from the original films Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3, with a cool new logo at the end. And as for a release date, there is none right now. It only says that it's coming soon, but right now I'm gonna put my bet in there and predict that it will start coming out in the latter half of 2024 next year. That's where I'm envisioning picturing it. I'm not expecting them to rush everything to get it out there, or nor do I want it to. But because I'm the guy that would rather wait for something so we can see a fully finalized product, you know? So yeah, the creators could take their sweet time with the last season, and which I believe they should be starting the development or writing stage at least by now, I think. So all we can do now is just wait and predict all we want about how Season 6 is going to go. If you want me to make any videos about how I personally think Cobra Kai Season 6 will go, you can let me know in the comments below, and I'll see how long it will take me to do that. And yeah, let's just hope for the best, that it'll be the best season of the show has ever gone. Oh yeah, and I just also want to note that since I think it's coming out in the latter half of 2024, I have also a feeling that it could come out at the same time as the last season of Umbrella Academy, Season 4, and also the last season of Stranger Things, Season 5. So if it is coming out in 2024, then if all those three series are coming out in 2024 on Netflix in that next year, then 2024 is going to be a big year for Netflix. I'm just putting it out there right now. And if Squid Game Season 2 comes out that year, then great too. Moving on to the second piece of news for Invincible, which I'll admit now, I haven't actually watched the show yet, technically entirely. I've only seen some clips of the series, haven't really read the comics, and know at least a general basis of some of the characters, like Omni-Man, Invincible himself, Adam Eve, Deborah, Amber, William, and all the other characters, like Cecil as well. So I'm not an expert in the series yet, but hopefully when Season 2 begins, I'll be able to get my hands on more Invincible materials so I can know at the very least more about this franchise, so I can maybe cover some Invincible videos in the future maybe, but we'll see. There's even a comic book store nearby to where I live in Canada where they have Invincible comic books on sale, including those very big compendiums where there's so many volumes in one. I've been thinking whether I want to get those or not, but they are super huge and therefore very expensive, so I don't know whether I'll have the space for them at home. And I know that getting those compendiums is probably better than buying each volume individually in the long run, as there's like, I don't know, what, 25 volumes in total? So we'll see. Anyways, let's get on to at least an update on the upcoming season of Invincible, which is now confirmed to be releasing later this year, more or less. In the announcement clip, we just get a newly animated sequence of Invincible, or as he's known by his real name, Mark Grayson, sitting in a dining restaurant with Alan the alien, talking about the current lives, with Alan still not able to find the planet Urav, which I'm not entirely sure what the history behind it is, but we'll just say it's a planet Alan meant to go to at some point. And most importantly, the show itself, through Mark, gives us an update of its current status, more or less, including when it'll be ready for Amazon Prime, as well as all the writing, the designing, the storyboarding, the voice acting, key posing, the in-betweening, cleaning up, color slapping, compositioning over the animation, and essentially repeating for every single shot and frame that goes up behind the scenes when making a massive cartoon like this.
Because you see, it's one thing that we have to understand about these massive cartoons like this that are like at this scale, is that these take time. And but even though we have to wait, it does show that the creators care. Because they value us, the viewers, of how we think of this show, is that they want to make the best product possible to make us, the fans, happy. And the viewers happy as well, the general viewers. And you know, all this takes time because, you know, animation like this, at this big of a scale, yeah, it's a lot, you know, going through all the shots and keyframing and animation. Yeah, it is a lot, and I can say that from experience because back in university, I actually took some courses relating to media, relating to, you know, animation, keyframing, and 3D modeling, and just like digital environment making, using the softwares like Blender and Unreal Engine. And let me tell you, it is hell going through all the stuff like this, and yeah, I can clearly understand why all this takes so much hard work, effort, and time. But at the same time, it does make me respect the the creators and showrunners of the shows that even though we have to wait for so long, even though it's making us have to wait as patiently as we can for it to finally arrive. At least they know that we are looking, so therefore we can get the the best thing possible. And I just wish that we have more TV shows like this, because honestly, I'd rather be the person that kind of waits for material to arrive and it's the best thing ever, rather than something that comes in yearly and it just all seems rushed.
But yes, at least it is relieving and good to know that it is finally confirmed to be ready and to watch in late 2023, more or less. And I am personally very eager and cannot wait to get back into the Invincible universe, and I hope some of you guys too. Also, minor note there, I also really adore the chibi versions of both Invincible and Adam Eve there, and how Invincible is sewing costumes whilst Eve is just standing there modeling for him. I thought that was just super cute. And also, I cannot wait to see more of Adam Eve so far. As so far, she's actually my most favorite female character I find most interesting in the series so far.
I also cannot wait to see more of Omni-Man and how he will recover after his showdown with Mark, after he essentially almost killed him. And I also cannot wait to see more of the former members of the former Team 6. And how they're now the Guardians of the Globe, who are Rexplode, Duplicate, and Robot, and how they'll factor into the picture in Season 2, so I cannot wait to see them too.
I'm sure Season 2 is going to be awesome and have a grander feeling, and it's only going to get better from here, because from the very limited knowledge some of the comics so far, I can assure you that things will only get crazier from here on out. If you thought Season 1 was insane, oh boy, this is only the beginning, guys.
Alright guys, so that's gonna about do it. That about rounds up my general thoughts and comments about both these shows' upcoming new seasons. But my question is for you guys, more importantly, what do you guys think about these shows? Are you excited for these shows? And have you watched them yet? And if you are excited for them, then what are you most looking forward to in the upcoming new seasons? Make sure to let me know in the comments below, and make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Feel free to subscribe so you can look forward to more videos like this where I cover different kinds of movies and TV shows. And before I end this video off, I actually want to make note here that this video was made by the very basic iMovie on my Mac computer. Because most of my videos previously, all my videos previously actually on the channel before this one have been made using Premiere Pro, and I just want to try out iMovie for this kind of video, kind of just this breakdown video, just so I can avoid, creating so many projects for Premiere Pro each time. So also let me know in the comments below whether this kind of editing format works for this type of video, and if not, then I'll just stick to editing with Premiere Pro. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Rhinos, roll out!